Hello peeps, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 46. So, off camera, I have done a little bit of work. I have reduced some of my redstone down into some chrome for me. So I have a little over a stack of chrome and a little over a stack of titanium now. The biggest change that I've made, though, isn't anything around here. Now, I do have the induction furnaces over here, and they've been working a treat for me. The macerators were actually pulling more power than I could provide due to some sort of bug with the IC2 energy net or something. I don't know why, but they weren't able to pull full packets. So what I've done is I actually have an HV transformer under each one of these things, so it can now pull individual packets. But even that's not the biggest change. My power's completely full again. We'll be addressing this soon. That's not the biggest change. The biggest change is if we come over here into our village world, when we look over here, there is an absolutely ginormous hole. But we're missing something, aren't we? That's right. We are missing our frame quarry. That's because this world, for some reason or another, was not spawning RP2 gems or bauxite. It's kind of pointless. So what I've done, I actually have a new world over here, age 221. And if we go into age 221 and look behind us, we will see a brand new frame quarry. Somewhat redesigned. I have changed the base design to implement wireless redstone for a lot of the control. I have my 2-axis drive over here. Still using the bundled cable in order to be able to access those. Off of the side of here, I have a bunch of transposers, instead of just having it connecting directly to the chest. Reason why, the last frame quarry had a small problem. Items would get into this pipe as the thing was going down, and that was perfectly fine. But when the pipe was coming back up, it was pulling up fast enough that items were actually making it past the chest and traveling the whole way back up. If you were to start another cycle before they came down and settled in the chest, they would actually potentially get pushed past it, would get down into the frame quarry arm again, and would go back into one of the block breakers and jam it. That was keeping the thing from running full cycles. It was a pain in the ass, so I redesigned it. There are now about 10 transposers on here. The reason why transposers is because items in a Red Power 2 pipe do not want to be in a pipe. They want to be in an inventory. This gives the items an inventory. And if we pull the head back up, it gives it 10 potential inventories to go into before it could possibly miss. And on the way back down, if any of them do get past, 10 chances to get out of the system before it goes too far. In practice, it works pretty well. My controls are now down here. However, the computer is only used for running the quarry. It's not used for movement. Movement is controlled by these levers. Flip the lever in the direction you want to go, and leave it flipped for as long as you want to continue traveling in that direction. When you get there, turn it off. Gives you a little bit better control over exactly how far you go and in what direction you go. Related to this, though, is another problem, and that problem is what we're going to be addressing at the beginning of this episode. If we come over here and look at my copper chest, it's almost full. If we look at my tin chest, it is full. As a matter of fact, it's so full that it overflowed. My redstone chest is filling up very quickly. I actually have centrifuged down a good half a diamond chest of redstone off camera. I'm starting to worry a little bit about my lapis chest. Yeah, I'm basically just worrying about everything at the moment. So, the 3 most likely resources for me to overload on are copper, tin, and redstone. We're going to start this episode by making 3 more quantum chests. If we look at the recipe for a quantum chest, each one requires 2 highly advanced machine blocks, each one requires an energy flow circuit, each one requires 4 data orbs. The 4 data orbs you get from a data control circuit surrounded by these data storage circuits. The data control circuit you can get pretty easily just by using, let's see here, we can use odd Arctic gates, or we can use some pulsating chipsets and advanced circuits, but we do need some of these data storage circuits to get started with them. It's actually probably cheaper to do it this way, because that uses platinum and an advanced circuit. So we're going to need a total of 4 data control circuits. Let's request 4 advanced circuits. We're also going to need 4 bars of platinum, and we're going to need 4 Arctic diamond gates, or 4 data control circuits. Wow, that was pointless. I don't know what I have prepared up here, but I know I have been making some odd Arctics. Apparently I have taken them all off. That's awesome. Okay. What did I do with them? Did I throw them in my buildcraft chest? Iron ore gates. No, apparently I just haven't created them. Oh well. We'll have to do it the expensive way then. The expensive way is going to require emeralds, of which I do have quite a few due to the fact that I've been doing some trading. We'll take these. We're going to need at least 1 more advanced circuit, so let's just request a stack of them. Missing 1 refined iron, okay. Let's go ahead and dump some iron in our furnaces. I do have a decent amount of that now. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Oh, it's a spider. It's okay. Yeah, the spider's gonna jump up there and he's gonna be totally annoying. That's right, jump down and hurt yourself. Piss off. Alright. By now our circuits are here, so if you take an advanced circuit and put it in the middle and surround it by emeralds, you get these data storage circuit things. We're going to need a few of them to start out. 4, 4, 4 gets us our data control circuits. Each one of these has to be ringed with data storage circuits, so we're going to need a few more of these advanced circuits. Let's go ahead and request another 10. Another thing you'll notice is that my crafting system is responding a lot faster than it was. That's because I actually went to my system and I have a second separate logistics system set up for my crafting now, linked with one of those inventory control manager things that I showed off in the previous episode. The things that allow Ender chests to act as a hub in between 2 different logistics networks. I have one actually down at the crafting system now, so I'll have to show you that at some point. Let's go ahead and burn off all of our emeralds, making data storage circuits. That'll get us a good number of them. These data control circuits we need to change into data orbs. That's only going to leave us 8 data storage circuits left. These things are horrendously expensive, but we needed them. Maybe we didn't need that many, but whatever. Energy flow circuits. Lapotron crystal, platinum ingot, advanced circuit. Easily done. We can also use tungsten and iridium and 2 lapotrons and, screw that. How many advanced circuits do I have? 4. Just the right number. I need 8 regular circuits. I need 8 of my sapphires, of which I have plenty now. Actually, no, I only need 4 sapphires. And I need a handful of lapis. Get those. Again, I think I'm making the components for 4 quantum chests and not 3, but that's alright. Never hurts to have a little bit of extra stuff laying around. And we need some more platinum. On the subject of platinum, I have a lot of plates again. We're not hurting for iridium at the moment. There's our 4 energy flow circuits. Alright, we need 2 highly advanced machine blocks for every one. That means we need regular machines blocks first. So let's grab some of the refined iron that we've just made. And over in our metal plates, let's grab a handful of these. We need 16. We need 16 carbon plates. Another thing I did off camera is I finished my biofuel tank. We'll be working on that shortly, because I am accumulating way too much biomass to just keep storing. And now is where it hurts. Highly advanced machine blocks require 4 chrome and 4 titanium each. We just watched half a stack of each of these resources go away. Expensive stuff. But now we have them. We need, let's see, what do I want to actually make? I want to have one for my copper chest, for my tin chest. I want to have one for my redstone chest. I don't need a 4th one at the moment. I am accumulating a crap load of apples, but I'm going to start putting that to use soon. I don't really have any resources that I'm really worried about filling up on, although it probably wouldn't hurt to have extra storage for iron. But coal. I probably should do something about my coal situation. Maybe I'll put in a quantum chest for coal. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We'll do a quantum chest for coal. Alright, so we have all the resources we need for that. We need 4 computer monitors, which is relatively easy. It's pane of glass, some dyes. Over in our plants chest, we need 4 dandelion yellow. We need 4 lime dye, which is 2 of these and 2 of those. We need 4 red dye. In our mob drops chest, we need 2 pieces of bone meal. That gets us our 4 lime dye. Powdered chemicals, we need 4 sodalite. Holy crap, I'm accumulating a lot of pyrite again. So, lime dye, sodalite, red dye, yellow dye. We need aluminum. We need some glass panes. Glass panes in the middle, aluminum around the edges, and if I get this right, lime, sodalite, oh, it's glowstone dust, not yellow dye, which means you can go away. 4 glowstone dust gets us 4 computer monitors. We need 4 teleporters, which is another advanced machine block each, 4 advanced circuits, so 16 of those. We need 4 regular circuits, 4 pieces of cable, 8 of that type of cable. We need some more refined iron, half a stack. That half a stack will turn into advanced machine blocks. So we need some more metal plates, A to U, A to U. There we go. Advanced machine blocks. Take an electronic circuit and a copper cable, that gets you a frequency transmitter. Advanced circuits all around. Glass fiber, frequency transmitter, and what goes in the bottom? Oh, just a diamond. 4 diamonds. That gets us our 4 teleporters. And computer monitor, data orbs, energy flow circuits gets us 4 quantum chests. Awesome stuff. Expensive investment, well worth it. Over in our GregTech chest, we'll stash away the extra data storage circuits. I'm sure we will need them very soon. And let's go ahead and start replacing some chests. First thing we're going to do is we're going to empty out this tin chest. We're going to use the copper chest and the thaumium chest for temporary storage. There we go. Break the tin chest out, place it with a quantum chest, grab some tin, preload the system with 1 stack of tin. Now it knows where tin goes. We can toss all of our tin into our sorting system here, and it'll know exactly what to do with it. Nope. Oops, didn't mean to throw that in there. It's fine though. And I had just a couple more bars in my miscellaneous chest over here. And by a couple I meant quite a few. Cat's making noise again. Alright. 5,000 bars of tin. Holy crap. The worst part is that this copper situation that I found myself in, this is after going through and making 4.5 stacks of dense copper plates. Yeah, I'm not hurting for copper. Quantum chest down. Preload it with 1 stack of copper. I'll just dump everything in my inventory. Pull out some copper and start dumping it in here. And one more time. That should sort our copper situation. That's a crap load of copper. Alright. 10, 5,441. Copper. Still counting up. Coal and charcoal. Well, first of all, let's get all the charcoal and coal, or coal coke, out of here. We're going to put this stuff over here, in this chest right here. This is the new home for charcoal and coal coke, which leaves this over here as a home for coal. Start pulling this out. We'll throw it in the explosives chest. Break you. Quantum chest number 3. Load him with coal. Honestly, what I need to do is I need to set up a freaking obsidian pipe where I can just dump a whole bunch of crap into it and have it auto-sort that way. Or have another chest on the sorting system with an extractor, because you can't shift control-click everything into an ender pouch or an ender chest. It doesn't work. You have to individually click in all of these stacks. Upon stacks, upon stacks, upon stacks of crap. It's going to take me longer to transfer these resources than it took me to build the quantum chests. But I kind of want to do it because I want to show you guys that new block vacuum, as Kozak has affectionately named it. I want to show you guys that in action. It's kind of an impressive sight to behold. Okay, redstone chest off, quantum chest down, load it with redstone, start chucking in redstone. And a bit more. And now I can store massive amounts of resources without having to worry too much about flooding the system. Which means I can run that quarry more. Awesome. Let's go run it. In here I've got a whole bunch of extra stuff that I was using when I built the thing. Need to clean that up at some point. Let's fly up to the controls. And in here we'll issue the command quarry test. And this thing is just gonna go to town. Overall, this thing runs quite a bit faster. It's more efficient at transferring the stuff into the inventory, because if you look very carefully, I've got cover plates in between all of the tubes so that it has to go in one direction, as opposed to just kind of scattering all over the place. You can see in the walls that this area does generate bauxite. You can also see in the walls somewhere around here that this area generates rubies, which I probably should have silk touched out before I ran this thing, but oh well. But it's also much more efficient at just sucking up the resources and then pulling the quarry head back out. All of these hollow cover plates that are on here are to keep that from adhering to this, and to keep it from adhering to the filters, so it can slide past those without any trouble. And it still just dumps straight into the yellow quantum chest, or ender chest. Now, I've built this in a meadows world. Only downside to that is it does occasionally spawn trees which you have to cut down. if they're going to get in the way of the thing. Not a big deal. Fly back down in here, and just in time to see the thing start pulling back up. As you can see, it runs a cycle a lot faster. As you can also see, there aren't any resources that are really getting past these transposers. Everything's having a chance to exit the system and go into the transposers. The transposers act as a one-way barrier, so when stuff comes out of the quarry arms inventory, it can't go back into it. Basically, what this adds up to is anything coming through this arm wants to get out of the arms inventory and into a real inventory. These give it a real inventory, but then they say, nope, you're not allowed to stay here, I'm going to kick you out into this one. Or it comes down into here and goes away. Goes back to my processing center, gets taken care of, we're all happy. And now the thing is back up. We'll come over here, land, we'll flip the lever for north. And I probably could speed this up just a little bit, but I kind of like it moving a little slower because it's a little more accurate in movement. But it's also a lot nicer to be able to move it certain amounts of distance as opposed to typing in commands. Now that we're back, we're ready for another cycle. Personally, I like this design a lot more than I like the old one. Up here, you can see this is the control circuit that actually handles the movement. What it is, it's a wireless redstone receiver that picks up a signal from those transmitters. This here is a NOT gate. This is a timer. The NOT gate keeps the timer off unless this is getting a redstone signal. The timer is set for 3-second intervals. This is a state cell. What a state cell does is when it gets a redstone pulse, it turns a redstone signal on for X amount of time before turning it back off. This is set to 2 seconds. So every time this thing ticks, once every 3 seconds, this thing turns on for 2 seconds. 2 seconds is about long enough to complete one cycle of the frame motor arms. So it's running about full speed. I probably could get it running a little faster, but don't really need to. Originally I had the quarry arm automated using another circuit over here, but I decided I wanted to be computerized so I didn't have to pay so much attention to it. Because otherwise it was flip a lever, wait for it to go the whole way down and stop moving, flip that one off, flip another one to bring it back up. No thank you. Rather automate it. Speaking of automation, there's something else that I need to do. It is time for me to start producing UU matter. I have 12 MFSUs and an AESU that are completely full at the moment, aside from a couple of tags off of these. I need a way to start converting this into stuff that I can use, as opposed to just sitting there wasting energy. I'm constantly producing more and more power from the wind farms, and I've got power going to waste. This annoys me. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a system so that my AESU and my MFSU can transmit its power information to a complex circuit that will designate what happens in certain situations. It will be able to tell when all of the MFSUs are at green level. It'll also be able to tell when they're all at red level. If they're all at green level, it'll turn the matter-fab on, because we have power to spare. If they're all at red level, it will turn them off. Or it will turn it off because, well, we don't need to be wasting the power anymore. So, what I need to do for that is I need to set up a whole bunch of wireless transmitters. Let's take a look at the recipe for the transmitters again. A wireless transmitter is 2 stone wires, a stone wafer, an obsidian stick, a wireless transceiver. The transceiver is an obsidian stick and arether pearl. The arether pearl is end dust and glowstone. We need 13 of these. So we need to start with 13 Rether Pearls. Which means we need to start with 13 Ender Pearls. We're going to need a bunch of obsidian for this process. And, by the way, yes, this is going to be another one of those multi-episode builds. There's no way I'm going to finish this in time. I'm actually going to grab just a stack of obsidian sticks. We're going to grab a stack of redstone, a stack of glowstone, and we're going to make some Rether Pearls. $13 of them. That's going to get us our 13 wireless transceivers. We're going to need to come over here to our red power chest and grab some of these stone wafers we've had stored away. We're also going to need a lot more stone wafers than this for all said. Whoa, holy crap, that scared the shit out of me. I legit just about jumped out of my skin. I was not expecting that. Whew, okay. Get it together. That's right. Burn, you bastard. We need 26 of those. Combine it with that. Combine it with that. That gets us our wireless transmitters. Over in our red power chest, we need to grab something that I left in the other world. Damn. By the way, unfortunately, you do have to fly to that thing every single time. I actually did go so far as to try several, not just one, but several teleporter mods. None of them work well with moving devices. So, I tried TF2 teleporters. I tried using just the regular industrial craft teleporter. I haven't tried... I can't remember what the other one was I tried, but I did try one more. And it just doesn't work. So if anyone has any suggestions for a teleporter mod that I might try, let me know. I'll give a look, see if it works. Alright, so what I just did is derped. I just made 32 stone cover strips. The reason why I did that is that I'm going to come into here and I'm going to put the stone cover strips on the back of these energy meters. I'm also going to put them separating the energy meters from their neighbors. I have to do this so that the redstone wire that I'm about to connect to these does not intersect. I'm eventually going to have another one there, so I'm going to put that in place now. On the back of all this, I'm going to have some redstone wire. And then attached to those, I'm going to have my wireless transmitters. Now, I need to get a screwdriver. Did I leave that in the other world? Probably. Honestly, I should probably just go there and grab all the stuff that I left. I think I even have another wireless receiver here. Yeah, I got some pulse formers, some repeaters. I have my sonic screwdriver. Let's just grab all this stuff and bring it home. No reason to have it here. Go back to the red power chest. Dump this off. Yeah, dump off our 4th boot disk. Dump off those wires, the repeaters, the pulse former. Receiver for now. We'll eventually need to get it back, but sonic screwdriver, which you can see here. Yes, it's a Doctor Who reference. Green sapphire, it's pretty much the only real use for green sapphires. A brass ingot and a BT battery. Basically, rechargeable version of red power screwdriver. To recharge it, hold it in your inventory, hold a BT battery, right click, refills it. Down here, 2 clicks, gets these things connecting. We're not going to set the frequencies right now because we don't have to. We are going to need to make a bunch of gates for the circuits that I'm going to be programming. We are going to need AND gates. If we look at the recipe for an AND gate, not NAND, AND. There it is. It is stone anodes, stone wafers, stone wires, and a bunch of stone cathodes. I do not feel like making all of these gates by hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upgrade my logistics crafting system to teach it how to make an AND gate. In order to do that, however, I have to have a lot of these stone wafers available. So we're going to cook these up. We're going to need, let's see here, anode, cathode, wire, gates. We're going to need a total of 5 automatic crafting tables. I'll explain the reasoning behind 5 in a minute. Five automatic crafting tables and 5 crafting logistics pipes. I need to order some more logistics pipes. Just order 8 of them. That'll send to our crafting system. We're going to need 16 glowstone. No. This converts it into our crafting logistics pipes. We'll need our wrench back. And holy crap, it does not know what to do with stone wafers? What? Well, I guess I did take them all out of there, didn't I? Okay, we're also going to need a bunch of redstone. We're going to need a couple sticks, which I'm just going to take 4 sticks. And we need to get back into the tower. I still have the book over here for the old warehouse. As you can see, a lot has changed. I ripped down the walls. That logistics pipe no longer travels over here. Instead, it travels down here to this logistics system junction. That's what makes the connection for me now. Up here is where we're going to put our new crafting tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 pipes. And, damn it, we need some stone wafers. Back to the warehouse. Get the stone wafers. Back to the crafting area. And here, let's get the screwdriver out of our inventory. We're going to teach this how to make a stone wire. We're going to teach this how to make stone anodes. We're going to teach this how to make stone cathodes, but in order to make stone cathodes, it has to know how to make a redstone torch, doesn't it? There we go, redstone torch. We know that recipe now. Oh, we already knew that one. Okay. We don't need to learn that one twice. So we can just make a redstone torch and teach the stone cathode direct. And then here is where we're going to teach it how to make the gate for us. Let's go request the parts that we're going to need from our system. And I'm actually going to want to grab a piece of stone because I'm going to want to teach you how to make a pointer too. So let's grab 2 stone anodes, 5 stone cathodes, 2 stone wire, 2 stone wafers. That should be about right. Can't remember exactly. Don't really care. Back to the warehouse. This one here, we're going to teach how to do after we make another redstone torch. We're going to teach this one how to do a stone pointer. It is sometimes required for certain recipes, most notably timers. And then let's look at the recipe for the AND gate again. It is 2 stone anodes, 1 wire, 4 cathodes. So 4 cathodes like that, 2 like that, 1 wire. Where are the other anodes? Must have been in the process of ordering them. No, it just flat out didn't give them to me. No. Give me anodes. Just 1. While I'm here, I also want to grab my crafting sign creator. One more trip back to the old warehouse. Mine the gap. Right click on that. Put our 2 anodes like that. That gives us our AND gate. Import that. And we can now automate the production of stone wires, stone anodes, stone cathodes, stone pointers, and AND gates. Pretty nice little system for making AND gates. There are a few more gates that I'm going to need that I'm probably just going to add to the system off camera. Most particularly, I'm going to need a NOT gate. So I'll probably just do that off camera. For right now, I think that's enough for one episode. Next episode, we'll come back and we will explore how we are going to take all of these different gates that we're teaching our system how to produce and put them to use in telling our system intelligently when it's allowed to make stuff and when it's not. For right now, this has been Nightdagger with Let's Play a Mod of Minecraft, episode 46. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'll catch you next time.